Hi, I am a student of 2017, and this is Julie Brooks, class of 1984. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me. I know when you say 1984, you probably think, wow, covered wagons and all kinds of stuff. But we didn't have cell phones. We just started getting cable. We did have cars, but life was a lot different then than it is now. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So here's our first question. Tell me a little about your life today.
Today, I am a mom of 3 boys, and they all graduated from Rossman School, I'm happy to say, as I did, and my mother did, and my brother did. And I had a radio career for a long time, and a couple of different radio stations in St. Louis, and I loved that. But right now, I'm working for my brother, Joe Buck, and I manage some things for him for his career and personal things. And so I work for him part-time, but my big role in life right now is still raising my 3 sons, and I love doing that. And I'm very happy that I get the opportunity to do that.
What do you consider your greatest accomplishments since graduating Rossman?
Since graduating Rossman, I would have to say, I have to go back to those 3 boys again. There's really nothing better in my life and my heart than being a mom. I've had some career success, which I've truly enjoyed and gotten a lot of fulfillment out of that, but my greatest success would be raising these 3 boys, which, we'll see how all that turns out in the end, but so far so good.
How did your Rossman experience influence you to send your sons to Rossman?
Honestly, I looked when it was time for us to pick a school for our boys, and we looked at several different schools in the area, and it was the minute we walked in the door, my husband, he did not go to school here, but we both had the same feeling, which was this is just home and a place for us, the place to drop off our boys, the one place where we feel great about dropping them off for school every day. It's warm, it's friendly, and it's just such a blessing to be able to send your kids to such a great school like Rossman.
How did Rossman prepare you for academic success in secondary school and college?
Gosh, I feel like Rossman's always been more on the challenging side as far as academics. So I think that coming out of Rossman, for myself, and especially from a mother's perspective for my 3 boys, that I feel like they were very well prepared when they came out of Rossman, just with the whole learning environment and how to learn and how to study. And they were up to par with the reading and the math and the science. And so it's a great launch pad for the next step after Rossman.
What advice would you give current Rossman students and young alumni who hope to be a broadcaster when they grow up?
I would say that the biggest and best thing you can do is to get internships. It's where you make connections and you work extra hard and you go in even when they don't ask you to come in, and you just do things because you're there to help. And that's, I think, the best way to make connections in that business.
You and your family give charity. What fuels your passion for giving back?
I always feel like, when you've been blessed and given a lot in life, and I mean that from a perspective of, having 3 healthy kids to take care of and to learn and to grow from that you always look and say, what can I do to help other people? Because if I had this going on or I had that going on, I'd always want to turn around and help someone else, just to help make their life better if at all possible. And if you can do one small thing to help someone else in life, I think that's a wonderful thing to do. Not only does that person benefit or that organization benefit, but really, truly in the end, you benefit too, because it just fulfills something in you that makes you want to do more to help others.
How was it growing up in a famous St. Louis family, and how did Rossman help you discover your true identity?
I was just a kid trying to make friends, trying to fit in like all other kids. And so really I think Rossman gave me more of a foundation to have the confidence just to grow and to learn into who I was supposed to become.
I have a very close relationship with my dad, and he teaches me a lot. Can you share 1 or 2 philosophies your dad taught you while you were at Rossman?
So one of the things that he always taught me was, no matter how things turn out, to always make the best of every situation and to look at things in a positive light, and to always try to look at someone else's perspective and show them kindness. And that's what I've always tried to do. I haven't always succeeded at that because sometimes it's hard to look at things differently. But that was, those were a couple of things that he taught me.
How has the school changed since you attended Rossman?
What I love about Rossman is that, you know, it has changed in some ways, but overall, Rossman is a lot of the same wonderful qualities that it had when I was here. They say their prayer at lunch. The students and the teachers have great relationships. The teachers really mentor the students. It's a warm and inviting place to come. Of course, the red Christmas capes are always one of my favorites. It's the traditions of this school that really stand out in my mind.
What are a few of your favorite Rossman memories?
One of my major memories that I will never forget is Katie Ritchie. She was the JK teacher, and in those days they just had one JK teacher, and she wasn't even my teacher. I started here in SK, but she was always so sweet and so kind, and I still, to this day, I just had lunch with her about 6 months ago with Mrs. Morris. She is the most lovely human being, and had a rocking chair in her classroom and would actually rock children when they would take naps. I don't think kids still take naps here, but they did back in those days. She played the piano. She was a mother of 3 boys, and she was such a lovely person. And so for this many years later, to still get to see her and go to lunch with her and see her sweet face, it means a lot.
Are you still friends with anyone you met at Rossman?
I sure am. Several people I keep in contact with today, and some of them have sent their children here as well. So it's fun to have been students here together and then be moms at the same time.
You were recognized with Rossman's Distinguished Alumni Award in 2002. How did that feel?
It felt great. I remember, I can't believe it was 2002, first of all, because time flies. But my family was very excited, and we got to come back here. And anytime, you know, like even to get to meet you and to talk to you, it always feels good just to come back to the school. And so to be recognized like that, it's a very special honor, and I appreciate it. And my mom and my brother also very much appreciated it. Rossman School has a special place in our family.
Describe Rossman in 3 words.
Warm, kind, and sweet.
Thanks for being here today. Hope you had fun.
Oh, I had a lot of fun, and I always love coming back to Rossman School. I just get that warm, fuzzy feeling, which is what I feel when I think of this school. So thanks for having me, and ask me back anytime. I'm always available for this place.